Okay, what event just triggered me? What are my thoughts about it? And what core belief is that pulling on? And is that rational? And no, it's not rational. And then I can dispute it. And then I can really look at the situation with a clear pair of eyes, and I can totally change my behavior. Welcome back to the channel. This is Leveling Up with Brittany, and this video is about smart recovery. So there are all kinds of different recovery programs, but the main two that I am involved in are Alcoholics Anonymous, AA, and Smart Recovery. I get asked a lot of questions. What is Smart Recovery? Why do you like it? You know, what's it all about? All this stuff. So in this video, I just want to talk about it and give you a little information. So Smart Recovery has their own handbook, which is really cool. So this is what it looks like. And it has some tools in here that help basically manage your behavior. So SMART stands for Self-Management and Recovery Training. SMART. So how did I first find Smart Recovery? For those of you who don't know, I went into a residential treatment center back May 3rd, 2023. So when I first got there, I think the first meeting that I went into was an AA meeting, and that just absolutely freaked me out. And I think just like the stigma around AA scared me. So I immediately pushed it away. I love it now, but immediately I pushed it away. So when a few days later they brought up Smart Recovery, I was like, well, I was curious, what is that? And basically it's science-based. So there's no religion. I know that can be a big turnoff for people about AA. So there's no religion. There's no labels. They don't label you as an alcoholic or a drug addict or a binge drinker or, anything like that. So there's no labels, and it's all about really like CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. It's a lot of breaking down your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, and it gives you tools to change the behavior that stem from basically our thoughts, our emotions, and ultimately our core beliefs about ourselves that a lot of times are irrational. And on a side note, with core beliefs, like I have a lot of core beliefs. I have some core beliefs that stem from when I was 4 years old. And those can look like I don't belong, or I'm not good enough, or I'm unlovable. Those are from a 4-year-old's perspective. So when I am letting those beliefs affect my behavior, essentially I'm letting a little 4-year-old version of me run my life and dictate my behavior. What are the main differences between AA and Smart Recovery? Like I mentioned before, Smart Recovery there's no religion, it's science-based. All of the tools are based on scientific evidence, and they empower you to change your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, behaviors. So there's no labels. That being said, it is like all-encompassing. So the meetings include people that struggle with alcohol, people that struggle with drug addiction, people that struggle with food and like overeating and eating too much sweets, and gambling is also a big one. A lot of people that come for gambling sex addicts. It covers the whole spectrum of behaviors. So, but there's no labels. And at the meetings, you don't even have to talk about, you don't have to give your name, your real name, you don't have to share, you don't have to say anything. You can literally just come and listen. Whereas Alcoholics Anonymous is for people that struggle with alcohol. There are other programs like that that are like Overeaters Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous, and there's different ones like that. But Smart Recovery is all encompassing, so it covers the whole spectrum of behaviors. At the meetings, there is a facilitator. I've actually done I'm working on my facilitator training. It's, of course, you can take it online. So I actually lead Smart Recovery meetings, and I love it. I love it so much. There's no counting days. So like with AA, they have a chip system, which is inspiring. It's really good. You know, at like 30 days, you get a chip. At 60, 90, 6 months, 9 months, and then a year, you get a chip to celebrate. With Smart Recovery, they don't count days. So some people like the chip system. Some people prefer out of sight, out of mind. It's just take it day by day. Today's another day that I don't want to pick up a drug or drink or, overeat or, The meetings encourage crosstalk. So that's something that I really enjoy about the meetings. As we go around the room and as the people that want to share and give updates on their lives, there is crosstalk. So people are allowed to jump in and give you advice or share if they, hey, I really connect with that too. That resonates with me. And this is what worked for me. Have you tried this? Have you tried that? Have you tried blocking off your calendar and setting times for you to do X, Y, Z? Or have you tried, there's just all kinds of tricks. Like different things work for different people. So I love that there is crosstalk and you're encouraged to help each other and share. Another major difference is with AA, they are a hard abstinence. We don't touch that substance. You are powerless over it. And, we recoil like a snake from a flame. There's no hope with that substance ever in your future. With Smart Recovery, it's not as hardcore like that. It's more so like, take it day by day. Let's take a look at what thoughts you're having, how it's making you feel, and what tools we can use to manage that behavior. So it's a lot of where AA focuses on powerlessness to the substance. Smart Recovery is empowering. It empowers you that you have control. You are the one that can dictate your behavior and the outcome of your life. So how do the tools work? There's a number of different tools that do completely different things. I'll give an example. So if you're in the handbook, it's on page 40. This is the ABC DE. It's the ABC for coping with urges. So thank God I don't really get the urge to drink anymore, but I do get strong emotions. And when, in the past, when I was drinking, that's why I drank. When I was overwhelmed was one of the biggest reasons that I needed to drink. And when I was like sad, that was another big one, like hurt. So something happened the other day, and the A stands for activating event. So for me, the activating event was a family member said something that basically just hurt. It hurt me. It made me feel sad. So the B stands for the belief about the event. So the comment that was said triggered me and my little 4-year-old self. And the belief, the irrational belief that came up was that I don't fit in. I don't fit in with the family. I'm unlovable. So the C stands for the consequence of the irrational belief. So the event happens, the comment's made. My irrational belief pops up that is evidence that I don't belong here. I don't fit in. The consequence of that belief is me to like shrink and withdraw and mute my voice and take my voice away and out of fear of being judged. And so, the deeper consequences of that is like, my family, they don't know what's going on in my head. They just see me removing myself. They might think I just don't like them. They might think, who knows what they think. And so the consequences lead to a rift between me and my family, my loved ones. So the D stands for dispute the irrational belief. So what I had to do, it took me a minute to get present and really, think about this. But so disputing the irrational belief looks like, the person that made this comment, they have a lot going on in their personal life too. So they might have made that comment because they're struggling, and I have no idea what they're struggling with. The person that made that comment, I'm sure, feels much more grounded because I'm here with them. They love me. I know that they love me, and they love when I'm around. And other people that were in the room also were so happy to be together, and there is a lot of love. There was a lot of love in the room at that moment. And so when I was able to take a second, not react, identify this core belief that's coming up, that's completely irrational, and then dispute it, then the E stands for effective thinking change. So once I disputed that irrational belief, then my thinking goes to, I'm so thankful for my family. I love my family. They love me. I do fit in. I'm in recovery, and that means recovering relationships that sometimes go all the way back to when I was a child. I'm recovering all kinds of things in my life. So, today I live a life that I get to identify when these emotions come up and pause and stop and use tools like this to stop the behavior that I used to do. What I would have done a year ago, over a year ago, would be to shrink down, get upset, probably go straight home and open a bottle of wine and start drinking. And that would either lead to a drunk phone call and blowing up on a loved one, or maybe just shoving it down and never talking about it, which would only fester and fester and fester and manifest into probably not good situations. So today I get to live a life where I'm clear-headed. I get to pause and identify what's really going on in my head. And when I start to identify, okay, what event just triggered me? What are my thoughts about it? And what core belief is that pulling on? And is that rational? And no, it's not rational. And then I can dispute it. And then I can really look at the situation with a clear pair of eyes, and I can totally change my behavior, and in turn totally change and heal my relationships and create the life that I deserve. I'm not going home and hiding in a bottle and throwing my life down the toilet. So that is just an example. It happened recently, and it was like the new version of me and how I handle things today. And I loved it so much, I had to share it. Some of the other tools, one of my other favorites, it's a life balance wheel. And so it breaks down all of the categories in your life. If I can find it. So it looks like this. And so this helps to, we're all busy. We struggle to keep it all together. And when our lives get out of balance, that's when it is easier to pick up a drink as well. So, like my life balance wheel looks like balancing physical fitness, my home environment, keeping that clean, my my meal prepping, my career, my education, my financial stability and health, my actual health, my physical health, my spirituality, my creativity, my family, my social life, my joy. All of those things require a lot of time and effort, and I want to be successful in all categories. So when you have that life balance wheel, you can get it all on paper and take a look at which areas am I lacking in. And if I know that I've gone to the gym 5 times this week, but I haven't seen my mom or my dad in like a month, maybe this weekend, instead of going to the gym, I'm gonna go get lunch with them. Or, if I've been focusing really hard on getting the house organized, and then I notice that I'm behind on my doctor's appointments, maybe I'll spend some time, instead of organizing the house, I'll spend some time calling my insurance company, getting on the phone, making the doctor's appointments, making sure that my health's in check too. So it's just getting it all on paper and making sure that we're at least creating forward momentum in all of these categories, which in turn add up to a really big, full, beautiful life. So I hope that you can see why I love Smart Recovery. It is so much more than just like helping you not drink. Like that is so surface level. This program gives you tools to change your life, and it gives you tools to create the life that you've always wanted beyond your wildest dreams. And it helps to remove the blocks that get in your way and like hijack your behavior, which our life is, really the result of all of the decisions that we make over time. That's what makes up, our life as a whole. So if you can relate, don't wait as long as I did to start taking action and make a change. Get online, Google Smart Recovery. They have online meetings. They have meetings all over the place. If you like this video, if it was helpful, please like the video. Please subscribe to my channel. That helps me be able to help others. And then any questions, please put them in the comment section, or just, any comments if this was helpful. I would love to hear your feedback. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.